Hello my fellow crypto enthusiasts. I'd like to report that today is actually not a very good bloody day. So we can see very quickly, if we're looking at the Ethereum charts, that Ethereum has dropped considerably from its all-time high. Now for me, this is considered a very positive day because I like to invest when prices are low. I care about the fundamentals. I think with F2.0 coming out, with the sharding, it's going to increase transaction speeds, it's going to lower costs, it's going to have more people building on the Ethereum platform. I want to bloody invest. So to do that, I need to invest my English pounds, right? So because I'm dollar cost averaging, or pound cost averaging as they say. So if you bought here and then it drops down here, you buy more here, and therefore the average that you've spent on this Ethereum will decrease. So I go to my regular bank account, TSB in the UK, and before I go to my bank account, I noticed this on Twitter. Have a look at this for this weekend. Crypto won't always take you to the moon. Thank you for your financial advice, TSB. Really appreciate that. So there's definitely going to be more fraudulent transactions with that. I mean, people are getting aware of Google cards, Google Play cards, people going to the mall, buying them, giving them to scammers. But people that have their own bank account have the right to invest in cryptocurrency. However, it is trying to be discouraged by the banks, and I will explain why that is happening in a moment. Now, if we move on to the next transaction page, I tried to send more money to Binance this weekend. I've seen a lot of fluff online about the UK and banks slowly stopping people being able to buy from large platforms. I love Binance. It's a centralized platform, yes, but I think it's very, very good, and I feel it's very, very safe, very high rating. So I sent this money over here, and we can see very clearly that it has been refused. May have been unsuccessful. Yes, it has totally been unsuccessful. All of the transactions there. So I cannot send my money to Binance, therefore I cannot buy the coins I want at a low price, and this is bloody ridiculous. I want to now put in a claim order for Ethereum at this price, right? And with the amount of money I was going to send over, and then when it goes up in price, I want to charge bloody TSB the difference for withholding me from being able to buy what I want to buy. How bloody dare they? Disgusting. So yeah, IP7003, I researched it online. No, there's no information about this error. Really disappointed with my bank in the UK, definitely going to have to change. Now, let me explain to you why for banks it is actually not a positive thing for them to lose money to cryptocurrency. They really don't want you taking out your money for cryptocurrency because it means their profits go down. Do you know how they get their profits? They get it via loans. Now let me explain how they get it by loans very quickly, because I do teach economics and I have a degree in accounting and financial management. So, if we have a look at this very quickly here, if you give the bank £1,000, right? That's their money. You've given it to them. Wonderful. Now they keep 10% of that. That's the law in the UK. I think the law might be 8% now, but the bank will keep 10% of that, and then they will give out £900 to another person, like Ben. So you've got to think about it like this. If the original depositor, John, went back to the bank to get all of his money back, he would not be able to. And that's called a bank run when everybody goes back, because they usually store about 10% of the money they receive, then they give that money out again, because they want a higher interest rate. So if I borrow £1,000 and the interest rate is 4%, they want a higher interest rate than inflation. So if inflation is 2%, the value of the money's gone down by 2%, but the bank is receiving 4% back on that initial sum. So the bank will get a profit of 2%. Does that make sense? I hope it bloody makes sense. Now, banks can continue to create money in this way. So let's imagine that they give out 900 to Ben. Ben puts this £900 in Bank 2, and then Bank 2 loan out 90%, so £810 to Carl. And this cycle continues. That's how money is created in the economy, and that's how banks make profit. Now if you take your money out and you put that in cryptocurrency, then the banks are screwed. They can't make as much profit as they could before. So they have an incentive to do this. Here's the ratio, 1 over the reserve ratio. So let me just quickly explain that. So here's a table to explain it in a little bit more detail. Deposit 100, the bank lends out 90, so they keep this reserve, okay? Then there's a deposit of 90, and then the bank is allowed to deposit 81, 90% of that sum, and their reserves from that is that. So we can see that this cycle continues and continues and continues and continues, okay? And then it gets all the way down to the bottom stage where we have an ending here of these financial figures, and that's thanks to economicshelp.com. And then if we use the money multiplier for that, we can see this is how it works. Money multiplies in the economy by this kind of essentially fake money that's created by the banks. So, contrary to popular belief, these banks don't actually go boop and create money. It doesn't work like that. Central banks can do that. But the main banks, the banks that are businesses, they will loan out a percentage of their holdings and then make money from that and the interest. There are other services they provide, but that's the main one. And so the money multiplier equation, 1 over 0.1 equals 10. So for every dollar that's added to the economy or given to the bank, it will increase by 10 times. So yeah, quick economics lesson there. Really annoyed. Thought I'd add a little bit of economics to this to boost it, but like, yeah, I cannot now buy the currency that I want to buy when I want to. So yeah, have a good day everyone. I know that I bloody won't.